Everyone, welcome to this episode of the Outdoor Gear Review. It is time for a rainy hike adventure here on the Parkway. I just pulled in, started raining, I've heard some thunder. It is going to be a good day. Temperature wise, 45 degrees, something like that. A little bit breezy, kind of cold to be honest. I didn't think about it, but I should have brought some gloves. I have a smile on my face, and that's because I love trips like this. To begin, no backpack, heading down to a waterfall. We will head back to the truck, grab the backpack. I have a cool place to take you, and that's where we will have lunch. Of course, everyone, hiking in a thunderstorm isn't the best of ideas, but oftentimes you will find yourself in that situation. You're out for a hike, it begins to rain, and the storm is upon you. As long as you're in the forest, the odds are in your favor that you're going to be okay. A special thank you goes out to a viewer who gave me the idea to come here. A friend of mine, he moved into the area, and the other day he sent me a couple of pictures from the waterfall. I knew exactly where it was, and this morning when I saw that it was going to rain today, I knew exactly where I needed to go. This is a cool spot. And plus, I needed to get out of the house. It's funny, I feel like I've been out of the house all week, but I just needed some time to go out for a good hike. I can't help but wonder how much gold is in that creek. You know, there is some. A friend of mine who is quite the gold hunter, every year will get a couple $1,000s of gold out of the creeks in this area. Whoa. If those are yours, you left them down by the creek. When I was a kid, I spent so much time running around in the creek, hunting for crawdad, crawfish, cooking them up. That is not something that I've done here on the channel, and that's because I just don't see that many crawfish anymore. The last crawdad that I saw was a couple years ago. For whatever reason, they're not here. At least in the same numbers anyway. As far as the rain goes, not much going on at the moment. It's misting just a little bit, it's thundering off in the distance. Supposedly, it is going to rain for the rest of the day. We shall see. So, two observations that I've made. One, it's raining again. And two, this place has received quite a bit of work since the last time that I was here. There's a lot more trails going down to the creek than what I remember. A new bridge. Now, so far for this adventure, I've seen no one, heard nothing but thunder. It's been awesome. Now it is really raining. Woo. I love it. Wow, everybody, that is awesome. That is beautiful. Well, let's go back to the top and have lunch. I'm just kidding. Let's keep going down. That cascade has a lot of water to work with. Last month, 11 inches of rain. It's not bad. So far, this month is looking to be just as wet. Woo! It's amazing how things can change in the matter of minutes. It is time to head back to the truck, grab the backpack. Let's go find a place to have lunch. Woo. It's getting foggy. And also, I'm getting hungry. Lunch today is going to be pretty good. Heck, anything's good after a hike. While I wish it was just pouring the rain, this is pretty too. It's foggy, the sun is trying to come out, and ever so often, it just begins to glow. All right. So I got the pack, I got the food. Let's head into the forest. We have a place to go. Back there at that overlook, I spent numerous days of my teenage life there with my friends, with my girlfriends. Oh man, if only the land could talk, it would tell you some tales. I'm glad it can't, so. With all the hiking combined today, maybe 2 miles, maybe a little bit more, but not much. All in all, very short and sweet. So everyone, this is where I'm going to have my lunch at. This is an old church. A long, long time ago, families used to come up here for their preaching and whatnot. And this was pretty much used as a storm shelter. In my opinion, this is how churches should be, even today. It's all about priorities, isn't it? This is awesome. Now it is time to cook. Good Lord. Guys, gals, that is amazing. Oh my goodness. That is awesome. A viewer sent that to me, and I really appreciate it. Big time. So to start off here, I need to boil some more water. I need to cut up an onion. Everyone, that is really, really good coffee. Again, thank you very much to the viewer who sent that in. I really appreciate it. So what I'm doing here is frying up some onions. Then I'm going to throw in a bratwurst. I have some ramen. And ultimately, I will mix all of this together. Some salt, some pepper on the onions, frying up in some olive oil. I'm probably the only person ever to hike in a rainstorm, come out here, and then cook lunch inside of this. I probably should have cut these up a little bit more. Oh well. Now, as far as the virus goes, everyone, because of YouTube policies, we really can't talk too much about this. It's very interesting what's taken place on YouTube. In my area, the impact has been rather small as far as the number of infected. The impact economically has been significant. It will be interesting to see how things rebound. I don't know. I think there's a lot of jobs that were lost that will not come back anytime soon. Oh yeah. Getting some color on the meat. That looks good. Most of the locals in the mountains are rather poor, to be honest, and always have been. I'm talking about the locals, the people who have been here for generations and generations. I remember hearing my great-grandfather talk about the Great Depression, and he said that no one in the mountains even knew anything about it because they were already so poor, you couldn't get any poorer. So I always found that to be really, really interesting. My great-grandparents, they raised my father, and my dad said that when he was growing up, having meat was a luxury. They had beans, potatoes, and rarely they would have meat. I drained off almost all of the water, almost all of it. Now I'm going to put this back on, seasoning about half of it. Now it's time for the onions and the bratwurst. Oh yeah. And now it is done. Let's do a quick test bite, shall we? Oh my gosh, that is awesome. That is amazing. It really is. As these people are driving by, nobody knows that there's somebody inside of the church having lunch. That is incredibly good. There's an old shack just like this, not too far away from my dad's house. It's through the woods, maybe half a mile away. It's not on his property. When he was a kid, that was the old medicine woman's homestead, and everybody all around went there for help with their ailments and whatnot. I can't remember her name. I want to say that everybody called her Hazel, something like that. The interesting thing about that place is that it's really deep into the woods, and there's no road to it. I mean, by now, if there was a trail, it's long gone. The place is just barely standing. I would take you all to it, but it would be trespassing, and I have no idea who owns that land. Well, everyone, that wraps it up for this adventure. On to the next. By the way, this week's episode was supposed to be an overnight adventure, but the weather conditions just haven't played ball. Either it's just too windy to film, or it's just too much rain. With my adventures, I like to show more than just hiding inside of a tent for an hour. So I want to wish you all a fantastic day. Be well, take care, strength and honor. Think about those words. They're not just words. Not to me, and not to many, many thousands of viewers. Bye, everybody.